Okay, so this is a quick comment reply to one of my teachers who she saw my comment about how you got to do what the kid needs, not necessarily what the district says. And I'm going to confess something to you because I want to speak to you and also to others who might watch the video. I understand that you're in this system that's really kind of ridiculous in a lot of ways. There's so many agendas that are in this system and so many people just giving rules, and it's just coming down the pike, and no one's really taking any responsibility for a policy that really doesn't make any sense, and you get punished for asking why. It's kind of like the whack-a-mole system, right? But I was there. That's why I was talking about this book that I read. It's on Amazon, by the way, Class Act. You got to type in the whole title, Changing the Educational Landscape Through Love. You got to type that in, but it's available on Amazon, and it's meant for teachers who are in the system to give them hope. And I'm telling you, do right by the kids and ask God and pray, because you need him to give you wisdom. And this is a real confession. I had a boss who was very much rules. I just had to push the agenda. He knew the game he was playing, and people, I just won't say any much more than that. And I realized that was what I was dealing with, right? And you had to put on a show. Unfortunately, I hate that. It makes me really mad when people say that, because it is true at times, right? So I made a deal with my kids. I said, listen, this is the situation I'm under. They want me to do this little, coaching thing where I just teach for 10 minutes and then for an hour let you figure it out on your own. Good luck with that, right? So I told them, I said, if someone pops in this room, I said, you guys better make it look good. And you better say, yes, sir. You better have smiles on your face. You better look attentive. And if you do, I might not give you homework that night. I'd make it worth their while, right? And man, my kids, no matter how delinquent they were and what knuckleheads they were, they sure knew how to put on a show. I mean, it looked like they won the Oscar Academy Awards when I had a district or an administrator type person who was coming in to see if I was doing all these things that were just the latest fad that had nothing to do with learning and weren't helping the kids, but they put on a show, right? So they took care of me, right? But I think that was the right move to do, even though it might not sound right like it, because I was able to teach them and do what they needed. They needed more instruction. The kids had gaps. They didn't know the multiplication facts. They didn't have a clue how to factor a polynomial, which I was teaching algebra at the time. They were like, many of them were 4 and 5 grade levels, math-wise, below grade level. I mean, they were lost and like about to be in tears. I had to do what was right by the kids, and I commission you that you need to. I know you're trying to, but be creative on how you can kind of row your boat, as you said. It's kind of funny. She goes, if they tell me I gotta, sing my standards to the tune of Michael, row your boat ashore, I'm gonna do it, because I'm not losing my job. I get that sentiment. But I'm telling you, if you do right by the kids, I believe God will see that, and he has the ability to remove people who are in authority over you if his job is for you to stay on an assignment at the institution where you work for the sake of the kids. They're in this system. It's not their fault, and you might be there just so that you can shield them from what's coming at them, almost like you have a shield up, stopping the arrows that are flying and nailing, hitting these kids all over the place, because these ridiculous policies are suffocating the life out of them, and it's crippling them for life. This is life or death. I really do believe that for kids, and you stand in the gap as a teacher in that system, and so you have to do the greater good, and you have to be willing to take a risk and trust God that he's got your back. And I've seen it. I've had people who got removed who were standing in the way of me doing right by the kids, because I believe God took care of it for me and put people in that position who actually would go to bat and protect me. And he can do the same for you. So anyway, be creative. And I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comments.